Hey up, so we're live at last. You all right?
How you doing? You all right?
We were starting at 9, but we've had technical issues as guests couldn't get on at the moment. So yeah, so we've just been. That's why we've been lagging a little bit. So sorry about that. It was going to be 9, but we're now at its normal time at 1:15. So yeah, so we're all a bit flustered at the moment. So you have to just bear. We're just going to calm, calm. We've got Ian sorting it out. So anyway, welcome boys, girls, everybody in chat to the Northern Union Vape Show. What we're going to do is we'll pass it round first. Ian's just shut off at a minute because he's trying to sort it out. So I don't know what's gone wrong. I don't know, but we'll sort it out at some time. Who's got stream open?
Stream.
Someone say mute the stream. Yeah, well, like a real computer start stream. Could have started at 9, but we've been waiting. So yeah. So JP, what are you vaping on?
Thanks, Mark. I've only got a couple of things on. I'm on the Aegis Boost with the Makazawa 4.
Hey!
Look out.
Easy. At last.
Oh,
Recurve on the Aegis X, and I've got the Rachel Rabbits, Red Currant Grape, and Cherry. Well,
Nice.
I'll pass it on to Danny.
Cheers, JP. I've had a busy day today, so I forgot a lot of my equipment. So I'm on pods. I know it's a bit boring, but especially with Mark being on, who's a man of knowledge.
Oh, really?
How you doing, Mark? You all right, buddy?
I'm all right. We had a right nightmare getting.
Yeah,
on.
welcome, Mark.
Oh, we're here now.
Yeah, a big
yeah,
welcome.
man. Not a problem.
Big welcome. We're glad you're here, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank
Come
you.
on.
So I'm on my pod. So I'm on the Caliburn with pod salt bubble gum. You probably can't see that, but there we go. And I'm on the Vaporess. Wrong camera. Vaporesso PM80 with Dinner Ladies lemon tart, which is what people say it tastes like cardboard. I disagree.
I quite like it.
Yeah, I do, but I prefer Rochford Project Lemon Lush, which is a lot better, a lot more premium. And I'm also on the Geek Vape Boost with Ultimate Salts Strawberry Laces. I was on the Anarchist Strawberry Laces, which are really good. When I got home, I ran out, and that's what I could find. So that's all I'm on, guys. A bit boring, but I think I'll pass it on over to our new guest, Mr. Mark from Nature Vapes. Over to you, buddy.
Good evening, everyone. Evening, everyone. I see Kieran said hello. Good evening, Kieran. Yeah, right. Well, apologies, guys. It was me. I use a Mac, and everyone, no one else in the world, I don't think, does. And I Google Chrome. For some reason, it wouldn't go on the Chrome that I had on Mac, but we got there.
We did.
So, what am I vaping on? Well, nothing against the norm, really. I'm on my little True Tank on the Ambition Mods.
Nice
This
one,
is the one that I put the DNA chip in.
All right, yeah.
You know, the chips are the same, so physical size. So I just took the old one out. It was actually sent back as a faulty. So I just replaced it with the DNA 60 chip. And in there, I've got the blackcurrant, raspberry, and lime, the True Juice. And lime, it's the concentrate, but it's the same flavour, the concentrate that we do.
Nice one.
The other thing that I'm using, the same as I've used for a little while now, is this Tell tank, also on another Ambition Mods. But the Tell tank takes, I don't know if everyone can see it, it takes the crossbow, well, it takes anything that will go in a billet box.
Oh, yeah.
Inside the tank. So, but inside this one, I've got the crossbow, so another mouth to lung. And finally, I've got the keys, the mesh, to fit a direct lung.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little while.
Yeah,
Matt.
let's not talk about that.
Really like mad with it.
Yeah, I know Ian has been thoroughly enjoying.
So is that all you're on, buddy? Yeah. Well, I say all you on. You fucking outdone us all so far.
Oh, well, those three will do, won't they? They'll do.
Oh, yeah, sure.
We'll pass it over to Ian.
Okay, good evening, everybody, and thank you very much, Mark, for joining us. Hello, everybody in chat. Excuse my voice. I am suffering with man flu. it's a pain in the ass. Anyway, I've got Drag 2 with a Hell Beast tank on top with this banana butt stuff. Which way round, Ian? Oh, anyway, that stuff. Which is actually quite nice. I quite like that.
Very good reviews.
And I got Boost. I dragged out. I thought I'd better use it with Juice Head Salts, which is a pineapple and grapefruit freeze, which is actually quite nice. That actually is it, to be fair. I'm really boring. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. I've got like a Heisenberg in here in my Nautilus GT on the cube, which is very good for clearing my head.
You're liking the GT, Ian?
Yeah, I do now. Now I've put the BVC coil, the Nautilus 1. I think it's the 1.8 I got in here. Yeah, 1.8 ohm coils in there. I'm enjoying it much more than the mesh, personally.
Yeah.
Do you know how to take it to pieces? Because I didn't.
Yeah, you have to watch another vape channel, didn't you?
Yeah, if you watch Kieran's video, he shows you how to take it to pieces and change the glass and that. If you watch my video, I just say you can't change it.
Didn't you do an update, Benny? Didn't I see you do an update?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I put an update after Kieran and everybody put in chat saying, "Did you read instructions?" I'm like, "Nah, mate. I just put it together."
It's unlike you, that though. When you didn't see it, I thought that's unusual. That.
Yeah, well, I normally read them, but yeah, I just thought it's a tank, and I'll just put it together and it'll be fine. And then realise, yeah, you can change tank.
Yeah.
So is that it? Ian?
Mark?
Yeah, that's it for me. Who's left? Is it you, Mark?
Me, I'm on the Aegis X with the Zeus X. Is it Zeus? Whatever on top.
Zeus X, yeah.
On top, and in that I have got some new one from Les, which is Better Punch, which is a cocktail mix. I'm also on. I've got the little pudding, which has got. Quite enjoying this actually. It's not a bad little pod thing.
Pudding. I quite like the look of them.
And that's got macas in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've also got the Fucker 213 Squonk, but in normal mode. And that's got which you can change the glass, the GTX thing. GT, by GT, you can change glass and swap it round from 2mm to 3 point whatever. Sent me, look at that. So Kieran's saying that Aspire UK told me and sent him a spare glass. There you go. People in the know. So, yeah, and I've got macas in that. It's nearly gone. I need to fill it up. So that's what's in that. So that's me. So, like I say, sorry, guys. It's been a little bit rushed. We sort of came in. We're going to go early because Savs were on. But normally, we're on time. We usually
problem is I didn't tell Mark that. That's the trouble. He didn't know.
No one told me, so I rushed.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I did tell Ian it was like 10 to 9. I said to him, "Have you sent Mark a link through?" We went, "I'm doing it in a minute. I'm doing it." And I'm like, "Well, I'm going live at 9 o'clock."
Sorry,
we've been on since 8:30.
We'll blame me. It's all good.
Well, you're sick, man. We'll blame you. So so we'll go through chat and see who's in. So take me a while to go back up to the top because everybody's been in for ages.
I'll tell you what, Nature Bait's done us proud. We've got over 30 in tonight.
We have, yeah. So we've got DE were in early, Chris Earl were in early like normal, Red's in. Who else got? Cat Shit Liquor, which is Dog Shit Sniffer's other half or brother or sister, whichever. We've got Bill Nick all the way from the States. Des Turner, Kieran, AVC. If you want to see a proper reviewer, go look at him. Who else we got in? We've got JD0692, Simon Bridgewood, Emma, Douglas, LJ, Andy H, Dan Barden, best tattooist in Ormfirth.
Dan the Tattoo Man.
Dan the Tattoo Man. Who else we've got? Peter Chimera, which I'll talk about that in a little bit. Because he sent me, he runs Vape this one.
Mm-hmm.
He sent me a new one out, and it's a vaporless e-liquid.
What the
How
hell?
does that work?
Don't know. I haven't tried it yet. I just picked it up. It came through yesterday. I picked it up this morning. And
You should do a live review, Benny. But there's no video edited.
It's a mouth to lung. It's in a mouth to lung, and I've no really that's clean to put a mouth to lung in. So, but apparently it's vaporless.
Is that for Sainsbury's and Tesco's? And
Yeah,
I think it is. It's for when you want a discreet vape in a cinema or out like that.
yeah.
So we've got J. Jaddy. Who else we got? DGS. CJ, welcome, brother. Stuart. Is anybody else that I'm missing? Don't know. It goes real back because they've been on a while. Debbie Robinson.
Debbie.
Mrs. Robinson.
Adrian Mason. Good evening. Ian Morgan. Good evening. And I think I've said everybody.
Kentucky Bill's in the house. Bill Nick from the Sheboygan Show.
On the Sheboygan. That's on after this. If you want to tune in, as soon as this finishes, they're on.
Mick Beavers and Bill Nick from Kentucky will be doing the Sheboygan Show. It's a really good show, guys. You get a few Americans on there as well. They're quite clued up and they're involved with Vaping Fagan and Mike Vapes.
Yeah, very much.
Need to get them on the show.
Jay Jerry saying, is that high PG then? I don't know, mate. I've not really gone into it yet. The man himself is in chat, so he might be able to enlighten you, but I don't know if he wants to let his secrets out yet. I know Kieran's waiting on East to come through because he's sent some out, so he's getting some to try. So I don't know. I will try it out, but like I say, I've not to put it in on show. Like Vaping Mobro, evening. Paula Martindale, good evening. Chunkmeister, oh yeah, we're getting everybody in. It's because Mark's on. They all love you, Mark.
They're following Mark. It's not us.
It's not to do with us. No, to do with us because Mark's on.
So anyway, to like 30 people.
we usually on about 20, but everybody's coming in now, so they're all coming to see you, Mark. Showing you the love. Showing you the love. So, has everybody had a good week?
Yeah, I've had a very jolly week, actually. It's gone very quick. But my wife's left now for 4 days, so I'm on my own with the kids. So I'll be eating spaghetti out of tins for the next few days. Well, apart from that, hey?
Microwavable pizzas. I used to love those Chicago time.
Chicago time, yeah.
What about your week, Mark? Nature Vape, Mark? In fact, I'm going to do this. You both call Mark.
Sorry, say again.
Just call me
Benny. Both call Mark. We'll call you Benny.
Just call me Nature Vape then. That'll do.
Yeah, so how's your week been, buddy?
All right, I was just recapping when you said that when I was in a relationship and we split up, I went to my local pub and for a meal because I couldn't cook. I couldn't cook at all. Didn't even know how to boil a potato. And he said to me, I said, you'll be seeing me a bit more from now on. I said, because I don't cook. He said, well, cooking's a bit like sex. He said, you've got to be interested. Never forget him saying that. He's right, really, because cooking when you're on your own is boring, isn't it?
You need a bit more motivation, don't you?
It's not fun. I you can't even buy I like a nice. We had it tonight, roast dinner. How can you buy a roast joint of beef to cook for yourself? You'd be eating it till Thursday, wouldn't you?
Yeah. You get the frozen meal. That's about it.
I don't know. Benny can put it away, can't you, pal?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
He's a rugby man, you see, Mark.
Well.
So, Mark, it's down to you, buddy. So you smoked for 30 years, didn't you? I think.
Yeah, long time. I was probably nearly 40 Bensons a day. I was.
Wow.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, I was. I worked in a car dealership, sales manager, and I had office, desk, ashtray, Bensons. And in those days, of course, you could smoke while you worked, and it was, I suppose, quite a stressful job, and it just was lighting one after the other.
Chain smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you find that, I mean, I was finding that, you go to bed and you had this high-pitched wheeze that you had to get rid of, and then it would go. But within, I would say, 3 months of vaping, that had all gone. Never got that anymore. And, for all this drama about, vaping kills and all the rest of it, I can only speak from my experience. I've been vaping for 8 years, I would say. 8 years, 9 years, something like that. And I've never felt better, health-wise and breathing, and I don't get as many colds,
Walking up the stairs.
Say again?
Yeah.
Walking up the stairs.
Yeah.
well,
That's it.
I mean, I've always played, as younger, I played a lot of sports. So I was never what I'd class as unfit, but I did, I used to too many frothy bevies and too many it's just you see the red face look. It's blood pressure.
Yeah. You can actually get that from Nick salts as well. When you have too many Nick salts, you get rosy cheeks from that as well.
I get an head rush if I have too much Nick salts.
And you sneeze as well, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
I do. I can't vape Nick salt. I sneeze. I might as well have snuff. It just makes me sneeze like hell.
Is that with the 10 milligram as well, Mark?
I haven't actually tried it. I only tried there's only two salts I've tried. One's a 20 mil and one's a 45, believe it or not, that I got given from a guy in, I'm going to say Norway. He was one of my customers, and he was a physicist or something, and he made his own juice, and he said, try it, you'll like it. And I tried this 45 milligram, and I was just downstairs watching telly before I went to bed. I was vaping how I'd normally vape. And I went to bed, and it was a bit like, you remember when you're sort of 16, you get pissed for the first time, the room's going round. It was a bit like that, and I thought, I don't dare go to sleep. I might not wake up. So I don't think that is a good idea. The 45, like the Americans do it, don't they?
Yeah, I got sent in
why kids are doing it, can't you? You can understand why kids are getting the 50 milligrams and tooting away on it when you're getting the kids out of it.
Yeah.
And you don't really feel it's coming to you till it's too late.
Yeah.
You can drink a pint of water, you can do what you like, but the only thing that gets, sends it away is a period of time. And I guess it only takes about an hour, but you do feel pretty rough, I would say.
You do. So obviously you smoked all them years on like 40 cigarettes a day, and then you started doing e-cigs, and then didn't you buy a device and it weren't cutting it for you, so you thought you'd design one yourself or something like that?
Yeah, I bought, I started with like like a cigarette, and then I went to the Vivi Novas, if you remember them, with the dangly wicks.
Yeah.
They weren't too bad, but they weren't anything special. Then I went to the Kanga like Pro Tanks, and when I was vaping, I thought, these coils are right, so they're a bit hit and miss. Some were good, some were bad. Some would last a couple of days, others would last 4 days, and some wouldn't even last 1 day. And I sort of took the coil apart, and I thought, that's no wonder. I reckon I could do a better job of this, because I do read a lot. I study a lot. I read a lot. And, I'm sort of one of these blokes. I've got quite a good knowledge about a load of stupid stuff. Yeah. And I just thought, well, surely if you can use like a couple of lead-in wires for this coil, so the only thing getting hot is the coil, not the two legs going into it, then it's got to be better. And use cotton wool, not the silica wicks, because when I took one apart, I got a bright light, and I sort of got the silica wick, and I rubbed it in my fingers, and it was just like asbestos-y type of sparkling coming down. And I thought, well, organic cotton wool has got to be better than that. And they were just starting to use that, I think, in the US. And we hadn't really got it over here at all. It hadn't come this far. But again, because I do a lot of reading and researching, I thought, well, I'm going to try cotton wool. I've got a spot welder. I welded my wires together, and quite a lot of failures. And then eventually I succeeded. And once I'd done one, I thought, this is it. This is this is so much better. So it went from there. I think I sent Mark Todd I called it a pro kit, which basically was a tank that I'd found that took the Kanga coil, and he did a glowing review, and Nature Vape was formed. He said to me, you've got to put this on, you've got to sell this stuff. This is, you can't not. So I quickly bashed up a website, and off we went. I didn't really expect to be in the e-cig industry, if you know what I mean. I had a job, I had a career. I've been self-employed for how many years? 25 years, I suppose. I am the image of unemployable. I've been self-employed too long. I couldn't work for anyone now. But started this, and I consider myself so lucky because if you can do for a living what you enjoy, you've rung the bell. And if you can earn a few bob at that as well, then you're just like a cat that got the cream, I think. And
yeah,
sure. That's how I felt.
I think a lot of it, like when it early started off, that's how a lot of it started with a little cottage industry, didn't they? People were picking up bits, building websites, and it's just progressed the vaping to where we are now. Because I remember, Pro Coils when I used to have, Pro Tank, and like I say, you used to get them, you used to buy them, and sometimes you get copies. There were so many snide Pro Tank coils out, and you'd be vaping on it. This ain't right. Sometimes they won't fire. Sometimes they won't even do out. And then that's when Subtank came out. I find that a lot better then when Subtank come out, because that gave me something that I could enjoy then. When it came with rebuildable, that was the first time I'd ever rebuilt. But like I say, you're that small trying to work on it in some way. So I don't know how, were you doing the Pro Coils? Well,
there was two phases really that we did really well. Then the Aspire, the Nautilus came out, and a lot of people raved about that, and quite rightly. It was half tidy, wasn't it? It was a definite step up from where we were. But I still felt that coil had I call it the taste of China. It was tainted. The flavour was tainted even by that in the early days. And when people go on about, oh, buy the Nautilus, and I used to sit there and think, oh, you're ignorant. Just they're still not the best. Do you know what I mean? But I came under a lot of criticism for the price of my coils in the early days as well. But to be honest, they're not made in China. They're made here by me. And unless I can, our labour rates are dearer. Unless I could earn what I was charging for them, to be quite blunt, I wouldn't have wanted to have done them. Yeah. So it was either that if they're not worth what I'm doing them for, well, then I'll have to stop. Because, that was how I had it in mind.
You're right. But if you look at coil builders now, selling their coils, you can pay £10 for a pair of coils.
I know. Yeah.
£20 for twisted messes, isn't it? Something like that. You're not. You were just early a pioneer of what they're doing now.
I guess in some ways, I mean, they're making some very complex coils now that I've never, really got into. But, and very clever people, aren't they? But, I guess the next phase was, as you were saying, the Subtank, and direct lung vaping hit my business a bit again. Yeah. And that was then really when I decided to embrace direct lung vaping and get more into the RTAs. I've never been a stock coil sort of person. I've always liked rebuildables. Rebuildables are my thing, always have been. But the Subtank, it was, in a way, I don't know how you guys felt, but I started off mouth to lung, and in a way, I didn't want to go the direct lung route because I thought once I'd got a flavour for that, I probably wouldn't ever go back to mouth to lung again. I sort of looked at it as in car terms, I was on a 1.3 LX and going on to direct lung, I was going on to a V8. Would I want to go back to driving a 1.3?
I mean, that's sort of right to an extent, but you do get bored of sub-ohm sometimes, and you do like reverting back to MTL. I got a Carefum for that reason, and I do love it. But even a lot of the pod systems that I use, because I've got a shop, I have to obviously advertise pods, and a lot of them are really good mouth to lungers as well. But I do enjoy the sub-ohm purely just the flavour. I'm a flavour chaser, so it's a good thing.
That's why I got Subtank, because I wanted to do big clouds. Do you know what I mean? And it was like first one, one of the first ones that came out that could do that, and I like the look of it. And coils were half decent, and then now it's sort of you're going back to mouth to lung.
Yeah.
So it goes in a rotation. Like we had squonking, we've had mechs, and everything sort of goes round. It just gets better and better. Yeah. So where it goes in future, I don't know, but I know.
You're right, Benny. It has gone full circle. It has gone back. I mean, I've been predominantly mouth to lung in all right. I've got this mesh thing, but I guess if I didn't have Nature Vape, I probably wouldn't be on this. I wouldn't have built it. I wouldn't have, I would just be mouth to lung in. And I think when you're out and about, the only time I direct lung is perhaps, picture the scene in the summer, barbecue, sitting outside, bottle of Peroni, and you think, it's my garden. I'll blow as many clouds as I like. And that's not a problem. But I think if you're standing in a bus stop and you're chucking that thing around, I think really, have a word with yourself, because not everyone wants that in their face. And I think that's where the image of vaping is, could be improved on. I think if we treated it a bit more like smoking used to be, like you wouldn't have a meal in the restaurant and get your fags out, would you? You'd go outside and have your cigarette. Even
I don't know. When I was a kid, they used to do.
Exactly. They used to.
You used to be sat there. First time you go out for a date, you sat there. Do you want smoking or non-smoking? Made no difference.
No,
you can still smell it while you're having your dinner.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Stupid.
But even so, there was that transfer period where you could smoke in a pub type restaurant or even a restaurant still.
Mm.
I don't know about you, Benny, but I would go outside and just out, because I think even as a smoker, I didn't really like people doing it while I was eating.
Yeah.
So I didn't do it.
It was not worse while you're eating your dinner and someone's smoking outside of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I used to hate that. Do you know what I mean? It were worst thing and the worst smell when you're trying to eat your dinner.
Yeah.
And you always used to get the people that would get up in between courses and run outside for a fag and then run back in again and then carry on.
Yeah. Well, like I said, when I was 18, you could still smoke in the pub.
Like that form of smoking, I don't think we'd have such a bad rep as we have currently.
Yeah.
Do you?
No, probably not.
Yeah, I think the parents as well need to inform the kids a bit better, because a lot of kids see it as a cool thing. And I've always informed my daughters it's, nothing's better than oxygen. It's only solely for people who are quitting smoking. Don't think it's a cool thing. It's it's a safer alternative to smoking cancer-causing cigarettes.
Right.
So they're well aware that there is risks. That there's a 5% risk at least, isn't there?
Yeah.
Or something. And that's what I've told them. Just do not do it. Don't even think about it. And that's what parents need to do, because many parents come in my store with the actual 13, 14-year-old kid wanting a vape device for that kid because he's smoking. But I'm saying you can't do that. You need to get him off cigarettes, and that is it.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you a device at all.
Yeah.
So it's all about informing
How old were
people.
you when you started smoking?
Me, I was actually smoking illegal stuff, and then because it was getting expensive, I started to smoke around 21 cigarettes, and then did that up until I actually quit about 2008 with it. I think it's 2008, 2009 with a shitty cartomizer thing. But I kept reverting back to smoking, then vaping, smoking, and then
when you started smoking was
my age was probably 13.
Yeah.
I was 12.
Smoking weed.
I was 12.
Oh,
I was 12, and I'll play rugby.
Benny was 12.
Starting at 12.
So at the minute, you're condemning this parent bringing their child into your shop at 13. We were doing it. We were no different.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard, isn't it? It's, yeah. That was very clever, that, Mark. You put me in a corner.
You are physically in a corner, right?
Yeah.
It's like when I first started smoking, and I used to play rugby for one of my local teams, and my coach found out that I was smoking, and I got punished for it. I was like sidelined a lot throughout the season, and so I had to really prove to him that I was worth playing. But it didn't stop me smoking though. It was. But of course, I was like dropped from the first team when he found out that I was actually smoking. So I got penalised for it.
A lot of people did. Like, say that were in thing, wasn't it? You'd get done for it, but you still did it. Everybody, your mates were doing it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you start going out, and I moved on to cigars later on. And that was sort of my thing that I did. That's why I quite like a loose mouth to lung rather than a tight mouth to lung. Because a cigar is more looser than what smoking a cigarette is.
Yeah.
So for me, a looser mouth to lung is a lot better for me. you know. But you did things when you were a kid. You tried things, didn't you? You know, how many of us drank alcohol when we were 13? You know, out on park and got pissed.
Yeah, but that's because alcohol, though, and cigarettes didn't really get as much stick as what vaping's getting now. But yeah, that kills thousands of people. You know, vaping's getting more stick now than any other thing I can think of that you put in your body. It's just unbelievable, really. It really is. But luckily, we've got Public England Health, haven't we, to back us up a little bit.
Yeah.
But addiction is addiction. I mean, to be fair, I mean, my son, he's well old now, but you know, if he was still in the realms of 13, 14, I would rather he was puffing on a pod thinking he was cool than I would him doing something worse.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, no one's perfect in life, are they? And you know, I think far worse than smoking, vaping, or drinking is these gambling websites and the adverts for gambling. Gambling, I've seen so many people's lives ruined by gambling. And yet they're still allowing these bingo adverts to come along. I don't know if they allow Bet365 and all the rest now, do they? But, you know, they're still, even football teams are sponsored by.
Oh, yeah.
You know, how bad is that? I think. I think that's
and they wanted to show the actual match as well, didn't they, at one point? They're trying to do a deal with the Premier League to show the matches. So that encourages people to go on these sites and bet as well, which is not good. But speaking of other killers as well, McDonald's. You know what I mean? Sugar, McDonald's and all that. Yeah. That's far worse than anything. But nothing's ever said about that in the same sense as what he said about vaping. So it's a shitty time we're in at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah. We've just had a question from I think it was, I can't know, I've lost it now. I'm going, my mouse is all over the place. About CBD. Steve Bannon said, thoughts on vaping CBD? Sibida.
Medicine.
I don't think we can call it Sibida anymore, do we? I've heard so many things on YouTube.
I don't even know what you can call it these days.
Yeah. Call it that stuff you're not supposed to say.
The stuff you're not supposed to say.
I've tried it. Didn't really do out for me, to be fair.
What milligram did you try, though, Benny?
I don't know. I just bought some stuff to try. I didn't have a look.
A lot of people, they buy like 100 milligrams, 200 milligrams. It don't really do a lot that you can notice yourself.
It was only about 500 milligrams, you know what I mean? It wasn't.
Yeah. I noticed 1,000 and over. I noticed things change. But it can be expensive because you do need full spectrum, really, to, you know, get something good out of it.
Very, very good for pain relief and mental health, they say, don't they?
I had a neck problem that I had to have an operation on, and to be fair, it was pressing on my spinal cord, so I was getting pains down my arms and numbness and all that, and you know, I couldn't sleep, my legs were jumping, and I tried it just for that, and it did, to be fair, it did help. I felt it helped me, you know, whether it did or it didn't, I don't know, but I felt it did. So again, you know, that people suffer from all these different things, don't they? Anxiety, depression, necks, knees, feet, backs, teeth, whatever it is. And if it helps, it helps, you know. But I don't think it's not good for you, as you say, Danny. You know, nothing. Fresh air is the best thing you can inhale.
There's no fresh air, though, is there?
Sorry,
there's no fresh air because cars pollute.
I actually saw a study where people who vaped CBD full spectrum, the lungs actually started to expand over a period of 3 weeks, where they were getting more air when they weren't vaping the CBD. Really? And you can look into it yourself. It actually does expand your air cavities or whatever, air pockets. Right. So it gives you a better oxygen intake.
The only thing that I have an issue with, it should never have been associated with vaping. It should have been its own separate entity.
That's the best way to take it, though, isn't it? Vaping it.
No, vape it, but it shouldn't have been everything amalgamated under vaping. You know, it should have had its own.
It should have been categorized into two things. It should have been vaping for nicotine, vaping for CBD.
Yeah, it should have been stopped on its own path, and vaping stopped on its own path.
That's probably
maybe dedicated to vape shops as well, and pharmacies rather than your local garage.
Yeah.
you know? So it didn't need to cross over, did it? It didn't need to be classed as vaping.
That's a good
That's
idea,
the problem. And I always
Mm.
think that we missed a trick when they first came out as vaping devices. Call them electronic cigarettes. It should have never been called an electronic cigarette. It should have been called what it is, a vape device.
Yeah.
You know,
inhalers.
that comparison then with a cigarette, would you? You know, that's my fault on it.
Yeah.
Tend to
So,
agree.
Mark, did it take a lot to set up your business, buddy? Did you find any troubles, or did it take off really well?
I had some problems along the way. I'm quite fortunate. My nephew that's his day job, is websites and stuff. So we've just moved over. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but we were on a Magento platform,
Right.
which Magento won, which was only being supported, I think, until this June, and even then it was getting supported badly towards the end. And then there's Magento 2, but Magento 2 is written in a completely different language to Magento 1. So you couldn't just transfer everything over and do the upgrade. So that annoyed me a bit, because it cost me a lot to set up my initial website. So I've now gone with Shopify, which is more expensive, like per month, but the ease of use and the speed of the site and the loading the products and the integration between Royal Mail and PayPal, etc., is just, I don't think anyone beats them, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a company I used to use when I had an online site, but I didn't have the stock to keep going, really. I thought I'd expand my shop more and then start again. So I'll probably do that towards the end of the year, but Shopify is really good, yeah.
So what you're saying is you're looking to buy me out, is that?
No, you're the one who's got the money.
My retirement nicely, aren't you? That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, that's it. That's he's looking for a retirement fund. So, do you have? Because I know you're with EH Pro. Are you the sole distributor in?
No, I was. I'm not anymore. EH Pro have always treated me really well. Yeah. There was 2 people who worked there. One guy was a guy called Lambert. Really, really nice chap. Genuine as anything. He really was superb. He then left to start his own business in China, doing perfume of all things, I think.
All right.
And then this other girl took my account over, shall we say, and she was really good as well. Sarah. Well, her name wasn't Sarah, but she called herself. So all the Chinese call themselves Jack or whatever, Bruce Lee or whatever they call it. So, that's not the name. And she was fantastic as well. And it was with her that, we designed the True Tank and got the True Tank going. I think she was quite eager to take Lambert's account over and grow it from there. So it all worked well for both of us. But she has now left. And the replacement person I get on well with, is nice, but it's not the same, if you know what I mean. So I don't think you'll be seeing me do anything with EH Pro perhaps in the future. So
you pick up a rapport with people, don't you? That's the thing. You get like a good working relationship.
Don't they? It happened to be EH Pro, but had I met this Sarah from Smock, it may well have been a Smock product. I probably wouldn't actually, but you know what I mean? They're a bigger company, but let's take Futoon. It could have been Futoon. So, and people, as you say, and people deal with people, don't they? I'm a people person. If I like someone, I'll deal with someone. Even if I'm perhaps not that keen on the firm, if I trust that person within that firm, I will deal with them.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how we are. But so, no, the answer to your question, I'm not exclusive now to EH Pro. Right. There's 1 or 2 other people buying off them. And they've now, I think Heaven's Gifts made a big investment in EH Pro.
Right.
So that also has changed that market, because once Heaven's Gifts get involved, they get distributed wherever, don't they? It's then free for all, isn't it?
Yeah, because I know that's half a problem with sites nowadays. It is cutthroat in it. You know,
Yeah.
I know you had a problem with Kelpie where everybody just, when it came out, just undercut you, you know, and it was supposed to be the price that it was. And within a week, everybody was just knocking it down just to get it out.
Yeah. Yeah. I pretty much, to be honest, I sold the Kelpie at cost in the end. In fact, maybe even just under cost it was. Just really almost because I thought, why have you done this to me? You know, there was a market there for everybody. And, you know, I was selling it for the price that EH Pro told me they wanted it sold for. So, but then it got to like the Wild West. It got to like perhaps people who wanted to sell it, but I mean, Vic was very good to me, and he said, if you want to buy it, head over to Nature Vape, which was fantastic. You know, I can't fault Vic for that. But whether that puts some other people's or companies' noses out of joint, and they thought, well, he hasn't recommended me, so the only way I can get that business is on price, and I think that's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, no, like I say, I know. You can get it now cheap, Kelpie. You get 14 quid now, can't you?
Yeah.
I know Vic says they've stopped selling it. Like,
speaking of EH Pro as well, Deep Vaping have got the. I don't know if you can see it on there or not. Let it zoom in a little bit. That's a EH Pro single coil, and that's only £5. £5. That's really, really good.
They offered me, EH Pro offered me them. They had about 500 in this country, and I don't know how they came to have them here, whether they bought them over from a show or something, and they turned up late and they never sold them. But they said, would I buy them? And I said, not really. I don't really want 500 of them.
Yeah.
And Deep Vaping bought them off them and obviously negotiated hard, and that's why, you know, they're that price. But to be honest,
that's a wholesale though, that actually.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I realise that. But that's a fantastic price. You know,
it is.
That's
even as a flavour tester in your shop, you know, you can just use 10 of them.
Yeah. That is a fantastic, that's an amazing price. And, you know, again, Deep Vaping have offered them to me, and, you know, I've said no, to be honest, because I think that much as they're tremendous value, it's almost like that product has gone now. It's been and gone. Do you know what I mean? It's like not picking up the scraps as such, but it's been devalued, hasn't it? You know, you can get it for that price. I can get it for that price. You know, who's going to make any money out of that unless you know you're going to sell 30 quid and rip everyone off. So I'd just rather not be in there, and let's just look to the future and see what else is coming.
And speaking of, sorry, Ian, go on. I was just going to say.
Go on, please.
Speaking of Deep Vaping as well, they're the only company out of all my wholesalers that had any Geek Vape booths in this week. So luckily they had all of them in, so I ordered from there. So if you're struggling
they're part of Heaven's Gifts as well, aren't they?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I've only just started dealing with them recently. Marcus from Nice Guys, just a little bit vapey. He's got a shop called Vape Heads, and he uses them. And at Christmas time, they had a good offer on, so he recommended them to me. And I've not used them since, but they're the only ones this week who had the Geek Vape booth, so I ordered from them, and there was a decent price as well.
That's Heaven's Gifts way of getting in. Then not only do they get the Chinese sales and, you know, like the online sales like 3F Vape and all the rest of them do, but if they can now get wholesalers linked in the UK as well, you know, it's quite powerful, isn't it? But
it is.
Much as we think that that's a good thing, you might think that's fantastic, that's amazing. What does that do for the future? You said earlier, Benny, that it was cottage industries that started e-cigs. It's not anymore. And, you know, even I, at times, feel like I'm getting swallowed up as a company, you know, and
it's a little bit like an high street, isn't it? It's like having an high street and Asda moving in next door to you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You know, and that's how it's getting now. Is these bigger companies are now like, is it New Vaping that's owned by, is it, I don't know, it's Gearbest, I think it is, or someone like that.
Oh, is it? Right.
Yeah, apparently so. And that's that New Vaping. You get really cheap stuff on there, you know. And it's just, it's exactly the same. It's like everybody started off on your high street. You had your butchers, you had your grocer, you had your little corner store, and then all of a sudden you got a co-op moving in, and then they got swallowed up by, you've got your Asda moving in, and then Asda come into your high street stores and Tesco's. You know, it's exactly the same thing that's happening now.
And speaking of new vaping as well, I got that Aegis X kit from there, and I only had it less than 2 months. It's already broke. Just wants it back on now. So I'm chasing that up actually.
Well, I got that.
Push you off, doesn't it? Fine again.
I sometimes wonder as well whether some of these companies get the seconds.
I think it was me.
Well, what has it said that to us? They Pop Juice. It says they have different batches.
Yeah.
So reputable companies get your first decent batch that's been QC'd and everything, and then a lot of your China wholesale ones. Because I got the Boost from Vape Sourcing, and it came, and there's no catch on it. It pops up. You can't put pod in. And he says it's because it's not being queued. They get like the seconds, like you were saying, that you know, they buy a pot and it's whatever they've not checked.
I did a similar thing a long time ago when Keys, the Solomon, the very first Solomon that they released, which was a... Sorry, my phone's on. Let's turn it off. That was the till.
Another sale. Ka-ching.
Ka-ching. Yeah, the very first Solomon, which is a cracking tank. And it was the first one with like a GTA-style deck and fantastic. And I spoke to Keys and I said, like, I want another 50 or 60 or whatever it was of, and they said, no, I'm sorry, we can't do them anymore. We've got no more materials. We've fallen out with the company that supplied, you know, that made the decks or whatever. I was like, oh. And then I thought, well, I'll have a little search around, see who else has got them. And GearBest had some, and they had about 40 something left, so I bought them all.
Right.
Off GearBest, and I'd never bought off GearBest before. And they turned up, and I looked at one that it didn't have any holes drilled in the top to fill it up with juice.
Right.
Oh no!
And I ended up throwing them in the bin because they were clearly seconds. Clearly.
Yeah. And I think that's how they get away with them selling really, really cheap, innit?
Yeah.
You know, but you can't help it because sometimes, like with me being reviewing, I find it hard to buy stuff that's, you know, I have to look around because I pay for it myself.
Yeah.
You know, and I have to look around to see who's doing bargains, who's knocking stuff off, who gives me a discount. Because to keep up with everything that's changing, it just costs you a fortune. You know, you've got to look around. Like I say, I have bought from China. I bought China for past when I used to buy a lot of clones. You know, and like MF said, I got stitched up by GearBest. I haven't bought from GearBest. I bought once, and it turned the postman or DHL or whatever said they delivered it, and they never did.
Yeah.
You know, it never turned up at my house. I put a claim in against them, and they said, "Oh, we've had it signed for, and it's that's it. You can't have out."
Yeah.
You know, so you do get that. You're trusting it from China to come over, and it don't always do it. And now prices are exactly same here now. More or less.
Too far different now, are they? And you know what I always say to reviewers, and Ian will vouch for this. If someone wants to, if I've got something they want, I'll always put a review on on their own like wholesale account, because it's good for me and it's good for the reviewer. You get the product cheaper, and you probably mention on your review, I got this from Nature Vape, which you have, you've paid for it, but you've bought it at what it cost me. And I'm always happy to do that, always.
Yeah, well, it's good that you do that, because like I say, it's hard to keep up with everybody. You know what I mean? It is hard. You know, so are you with Keys now? Do you sort of distribute with them, or because you can see
fallout? Me and Keys, I'll be honest, we had a bit of a fallout, but we're all right now.
Right.
Sometimes these companies push your buttons, don't they? And and it's a bit like other perhaps relationships in life that, you know, how can I describe this? If you pulled up with a set of traffic lights in your car every day with the sunroof open, and people chuck their sandwich bag in your roof every day, eventually you get fed up with it, wouldn't you? And you'd shut your sunroof and say, right, that's it, that's no more. And that's pretty much what happened with Keys. That's a funny analogy, isn't it? But
yeah, no, it's bad, isn't it? If they're going to shit on you, then you're going to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, and I did have a bit of a fallout with them. I had ordered a batch of stuff off them. In fact, I'll tell you what it was. It was this Aladdin that I actually helped them design. And I told them, refund me money. I don't even want it anymore. So that was that. But we have now the woman that I dealt with. See, this gets back to personalities again. The woman that I dealt with went off to have a baby. She wasn't there. And this happened at the time where she was on maternity leave. She's now back, unraveled all the rubbish, apologized to me, and I've said, "Don't worry, you know, we're all good, and we're fine again, and we're back to like nothing had ever happened." So, yeah.
I think the problem you have with China as well is when they have their holidays, different people come back, don't they?
Yeah,
staff just
so
leave.
it can happen. Yeah, it can happen.
You know, so all the big companies get rid of all the staff you've dealt with, and then suddenly you have to start all over again.
It happens more in the perhaps like the work that like the factory side of things that happens more with than it does perhaps the person you're dealing with, the manager or whoever. They normally hang around for a fair while. Normally,
right.
We had a question actually from DE in chat saying, was the True Juice your own invention?
The True Juice flavors were my flavors. They were my my vision, if you like. But the actual production of them and the testing and the menus, shall we say, was done by Josh. Josh at Jack Rabbit Vapes.
Yeah.
Because he's, in my eyes, if you want something done properly, get the man who knows what he's talking about to do it. And I had, I don't know if I've got any here, I had samples sent to me in abundance of, like, for example, Bakewell Tart. He'll make me 3 or 4 different batches, and I'd say, not that one, not that one. Ooh, this one's nice. And it would say number 3 of 4 samples. So and that's how we did it. That's how we went about it. And so it happened over a long period of, I mean, of course, as you know, with Elix, you have to wait for them to steep, and you have to make some things taste good fresh, and they taste awful after 3 or 4 months. So you had to make sure that wasn't going to be one of those ones that was going to smell like cat's pee after 4 months or whatever.
Yeah,
so,
you don't want that, do you?
No, you don't want that. So, but that's how we went about it. So the flavors were the flavors that I wanted done, like the mango peach papaya, the Bakewell tart, the Vimto, all those flavors that I wanted done, and including Mike at MF, who suggested
he put one forward, didn't he?
Yeah, the blackcurrant raspberry lime was his suggestion. We made 2 or 3 samples, and the one I've got a sweet tooth, so mine. I don't know if you tried any of my juices, but
I have, yeah.
You have. Would you agree they're quite sweet? I have got sweet tooth.
They're definitely premium juices. I was just trying to haggle a bit more on the price with the supplier, but they weren't coming down at the time, so I had to leave them for now. they weren't kind to me, so I thought, well, sod you, I'll wait a few months.
They weren't kind to you. I'll have a word. We'll get that sorted.
Oh, cheers, Mark.
Love to have my juices in your shop. And the other, if you get on well with Josh, and he's a crack. He's been on the show, hasn't he? Yeah.
We've had him on the show. Yeah.
He's a spot on bloke.
What a cracking fella he really is. And I've now, this is his brand here. This Dispergo. Is that how you pronounce it? Dispergo.
Yeah, I've actually got some of them in this week. He sent me some of those. I've not tried them yet. I think so, apple crumble and stuff.
All these juices are made by him, or the flavors are, but they're all so there's my lot in there. The true juice.
Yeah, we got that. I got that sent through with all different juices in.
Yeah, with all different juices, and I've now. That's what I was doing all last weekend and last week, was putting all these on the website. I'm stocking every single one of these flavors now on the site. They're all in stock.
Yeah,
so it's just, again, we're getting back to people deal with people.
Oh yeah,
it's a proper product. It's a premium. They're all good juices, I believe, and I'm happy to stock them. So yeah, I hope that answers the question.
Yeah.
Your coils are supposed to be really good as well. I hear great things about those.
Yeah, the little. I'm very lucky.
I can't give you any. You know, I haven't tried them because we all know I don't really do coils. But I've heard they're very good. Yeah, they're there.
So while we're on about coils, Mark, can you help Ian out with his
no, probably not.
One, please?
I've watched that video.
Isn't he?
Yeah, because he has not. He keeps saying about it. I've got it. I can't wiki it.
I did it again the other day, and I just I keep watching that video, and I still can't get it right. It's just me. I know it's me.
Because I knew I was coming on the show tonight, I thought I'm going to put a fresh wick in here, and I don't know if you can you see through the bottom of there that if I actually put my hand out of the way, can you see daylight through? See my face through the bottom?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
You don't want too much wick. You only want to just damn it in the top. That's all you want to do.
I know. I've tried.
Honestly, this tank is.
I hear people saying all the time,
except for me and can't wick it.
the easiest thing to do in the world. Everyone keeps telling me this. I'm just like, I'm just special. I'm just special.
So what were you saying it tasted burnt, didn't you?
Yeah, I was getting dry hits. If I wasn't getting a dry hit, it was flooding. Couldn't get an in between, and I've tried it. I've tried it in so many different ways.
That's just bizarre. And I haven't tried normal Muji, to be fair. I haven't got any up here. I tried the Dude Wick, and I even left. Is it Dude? Yeah, Dude Wick. And I even left the outer. You know, you normally peel the front and back off. I left it on, and I think on the video, I think I said leave it. Was it 2 centimeters wide?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Roll it up through nice and tight through chop, and I did that this morning, and what are we on here? 55 watts. Lovely.
Yeah, it seems to be. People vaping that quite low as well, aren't they? Like 35 watts, 40 watts.
Are they? Yeah. Well, you like quite a hot vape, don't you, Ian? I think. Yeah,
I do quite warm.
So I've got the 0.15 ohm coil in here. So have you got that one in yours, or?
I think I changed the mesh. I thought I tried.
Maybe go look in the kitchen bin to find yours, probably.
But he took a hammer to it.
I think he's going to JA's.
No,
it's still there. I am going to practice, and eventually I will get it. And when I do, you'll be the first person.
I'll have to send one to the other three, and you'll all have a vape off or something, like a coil up.
Evening puds. Pud puffs in the house.
Honestly, looking forward to it. If I like that, I've got it. I'm going to build it. It's the first one I'm building, and then he did it a couple of times and said, "Nah, it's not for me."
What are you going to say, Ian? Then
I think Pud Puffs did a glowing review of your Bakewell tart. I seem to remember the other day.
He's in chat now, isn't he? Yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, I think that was a Bakewell tart, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But the reason, Ian, I thought this would suit you as a stock coil tank type person, I thought, well, you've still got your mesh. I thought this is right up your alley. It's going to be.
It probably will be. It probably will be. I just need to work on it. I'm all fingers and thumbs. That's my trouble. All fingers and thumbs.
Bennett.
We'll get there.
So we have a golden handshake.
We do. We have the Yorkshireman's handshake there. Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah, the Yorkshireman's handshake. These are from. So in order to enter this Yorkshire handshake, you have to be 18 and above, and from the UK only, because I can't afford to send it to America. These are from Juice Source, which has just took over the Yorkshire Vapor. It's a budget range, and these are in 100ml, and you can win both of those.
Cheers, mate.
You can win both of those if you guess a number. So shall I text you all a number?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess the golden number. That's his theme tune.
Ian, can you text it over to Ian so he knows the number?
To Mark. Yep.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
It's the same name.
I'm all confused. There's too many Marks in the house. Right. 1 second. So I'll send that over in the group.
Yeah.
This number is between 1 and 99.
I've sent it on WhatsApp, Mark.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, seen it. No clues though, like dinner for two or nothing like that.
No, they've just got to guess.
So yeah, put your numbers in, guys, between 1 and 99.
I see MF's in chat. Hi, Mike. And we were talking about your juice a little while ago.
Yeah, he's been in quite a while actually.
Oh, is he? I only just saw him.
He's a top reviewer. He makes TVP show. Him and UK Vapester. That's the only reason why I watch it.
So you don't watch it for Mark then?
No, he's a bit of a tosser. He always keeps giving me shit, so I don't watch it for him. Yeah. And he's got a lot of minions in chat, actually, because I sell EVC Empire Vape Co's liquid. They keep calling me a snake and that, but obviously they don't know me. I mean, I'm a person who sits on the fence and I like to be friends with everybody. I'm a business, so that's why I sell EVC's liquid, because it sells really well. Me and Chris aren't best mates. We're just business partners. So for somebody to give me loads of shit because I sell EVC is a bit out of order, so screw you.
I do think
no salting us, Danny. No salting us.
No salting.
Emma put that number in. Look, it's not that one, Emma. You're wrong.
Yeah.
Has anybody got it yet? Or what?
No, I don't think so.
Oh dear, what's happening here? Where's Dan Barden anyway? He's normally winning it.
He is.
Keep them coming.
Come on.
I think that back to what you were saying, that in some respects it is a funny industry we're in, and banter is good. I like a laugh, get me in the pub and having a laugh. I'll have a laugh with the next man, but I do think.
Close, Ian.
There you go.
We've got
Andy H again.
Andy H.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, he's won again. Andy H. If you can contact me on Facebook, just type in Big D Vapes. Are you on Facebook, Andy H? If you are, contact Big D Vapes. Just message me in there with your address, and I'll send this out either Monday or Tuesday. It's just 100 mils. There's no nicotine, I'm afraid. I'm a bit cheap. So yeah, well done, Andy H. Well done to you, buddy. Is there an email address as well, just in case he hasn't got Facebook?
Yeah, it's that email address that I can never remember.
Hold up.
I think Mark will type it in. Oh, he's got Facebook, actually. Yeah, so Big D Vapes, Facebook. Give us a message. I'll sort you out, Andy.
Well done.
Well done, buddy. So, Mark, what was you saying just then, buddy, about the environment we're in?
Though, really, that it is a strange industry we're in, and I do like a laugh. I like having a rib with people, but in a friendly sort of way. But while we are knocking 10 bells out of each other, I don't think it helps anyone, to be honest.
No, it don't.
I mean, I don't know TVP. He doesn't know me. I've only got fucking 240 odd subs, so why would he? But the point is, for him to say a comment like he doesn't like me, I'm thinking, you don't even know me, mate. But so I think it's something to do with EVC's liquid, because all these minions in chat are all over me. So yeah, the only reason why I watch it is because MF Vapes in there, who's an awesome reviewer, really good, and UK Vapester, and also the Scots reviewer is a nice guy as well.
But in 6 months' time, that could change. You might be in favour.
Well, that's what happened with Niche. Niche Vapes is in there, isn't he? And there was at each other's throat at one point.
Yeah. But I've known Mark a long time, and I don't essentially always agree with what he does. But as a reviewer, I think his reviews used to be spot on. I've known
awesome
him
reviewer.
Camera work's cracking.
Yeah, awesome. I started off watching TVP. And Chris, they were one of the first two people I started watching. So why would I pick sides? You know what I mean? So
I'm like you. I don't pick sides. I won't be told who I can and can't talk to. I'll talk to who I like. And
exactly.
If I don't meet with some people's approval, well, unlucky. But I do. I treat other people as they treat me, basically, and that's how I go through life.
Yeah,
it is what it is, and it just. I don't. At the moment, everybody's just at everybody. I just keep out of it, keep ourselves to ourselves, do his own thing. That's what I said to the lads. Like,
well, he actually offered to come on our show, didn't he, Benny? A few weeks back. So I thought, nice one. It'd be good to have him on the show because obviously he's one of my top reviewers. But then he just said that, and I thought it's a little bit weird. So
MF
I just left it.
That, though.
MF, yeah, I'd love to have MF on.
He knocked us
I
back,
think,
mate.
I think you should have Mark on because
He won't come on.
oh, he won't. I was going to say
No, that's what I'm saying. So he said he'd come on, and then when I asked him in Instagram, he didn't respond. So yesterday, I just said in chat, and he says, "Well, what it is, Danny, I just don't like you." And I thought at least he's not mentioning his words, but it's just I'm just thinking, what? You don't even fucking know me, you dickhead. But yeah, he's not worth bothering about. I've got a big business to run.
After we've finished, if you want to pop over to Sheboygan's late night show, they're on after us.
If I wasn't getting up for work at 4:30, then I would.
After I've had somebody, I might see if they want me to pop on for a little bit before I go.
Sheboygan, is Kentucky Bill on tonight as well? Let us know.
But Chris he's now packed his channel, hasn't he? He's erased it all. Everything's
What's that, buddy?
Chris,
Empire.
Yeah.
He's concentrating on his MTN reactions videos. He's into rock music and stuff, isn't he?
Right.
So he's doing that. I think he'll probably come back at some point when it dies down. But he's also got a business to run, hasn't he? So he don't want any.
We dropped Sheboygan's. What is it? Linking.
Yeah, we'll do, mate. I did it before as well.
Yeah, I didn't drop the link, but
I'll do it now for him.
There you go. Daniel's left you a message. Look, Big D Vapes. Don't worry about it.
Cheers from Daniel to Daniel, mate. I'm not worried about it. I mean, it's probably sound like a wet fart, but I'm just a bit annoyed because, you know, for somebody to say that when they don't know you, it sort of says something about that person.
Yeah.
So what have you got coming up next then, Mark, for review?
Well, there hasn't been much stuff, has there really? The only thing I've got in recently is, well, what's it called? The RDA for vaping, the coil turd. I've got them in. They're supposed to be. I haven't actually tried one myself, but they're supposed to be really good. What else has come in? A lot of the juice. I've sort of concentrated on the juice because, you know, I had this on my show on Tuesday, and I basically said I won't be ordering anything from China yet until I know that I'm not going to put any of my customers at risk.
Yeah.
And it's all very well saying that, it take 10 hours and that virus has gone off it. We don't know that. I don't think we know that. No. And I read that, back to my reading, that it can actually thrive off really cold temperatures and really hot temperatures. It doesn't like a medium temperature. Yeah. You get on a plane, it gets really cold.
Yeah. Well, Danny will tell you, he's had a message through that it's a lot worse than they're making out.
Yeah, I've had videos sent to me from wholesalers who have obviously partners in Shenzhen, and they sent videos of people dead on the floor. Yeah. I'm not just talking one, I'm talking like scattered. Could be like up to 20. And then there was a video that somebody else sent me where they go in this hospital and there's dead people all over the floor. The doctors are trying to treat people, then all of a sudden go into a fit, collapse and die straight away. But not only that, though, it's also now been discovered in Iran. Now, they've traced this source of where it came from, and it's been nobody from China.
Right.
So how's it got there?
Well, they're struggling. They can't find the ones in Italy either, can they? They don't know where that come from either. So, and that's my point. I would rather, and I don't want to appear like holier than thou, but I would rather not sell another product or just use what I've got in stock for the next 6 months than I would put any of my customers potentially in danger. I wouldn't be able to sleep if I do that. That's the truth. That is the honest truth.
Yeah. No, I can understand that it is worrying times. You just don't know, do you?
No.
You don't know what it is. You know, is it zombie apocalypse coming? Do you know what I mean?
I thought, I said on my show that it's almost like the perfect storm, wasn't it? When would you want to set a virus in China just before they all disperse for their New Year's holiday and spread it like wildfire?
Yeah.
And it was. And I'm not a right conspiracy theory sort of person, but I also don't believe in coincidences. And it couldn't have happened on a more hard-hitting day, could it?
No, I agree with you, Mark, totally. What was that Bud Puff said again?
It says, Big D and his TT getting a bit salty.
I tell you what, him and Gaz, Flat Cat Vapor, should do a rap duo.
Yeah,
They're really good. They give me shit about having an Audi TT because it's a hairdresser's car. And I tell you something,
you've got a cactus.
I've got a cactus, me, but I drive the wife's TT. But the cactus is no better neither, with bubble wrap on the side of it.
Exactly.
I don't like look at those cactuses.
Oh, they comfy inside though, really comfy.
It's got bumpers on back or sides of it, innit? So if you smash it into something, you're all right.
Yeah, I wish it had a walnut dash, but it didn't come with one.
So you're not going electric then? Anyone buying an electric car?
I want one.
I'm thinking about getting an hybrid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind an hybrid one. Do you know, like the Yaris or something like that? They do them, don't they? Or Lexus do an hybrid one. I just think it's way forward for an hybrid, not full on electric, but round town.
It depends where you live as well, doesn't it? I mean, I'm right in the sticks in Norfolk. Where's my charging point?
Yeah.
But if you lived in Birmingham or something and you commuted to Coventry, then it's a bit of a no-brainer that you can probably charge up in one of 100 places, can't you?
Yeah.
But
a lot of supermarkets have them now, don't they?
Yeah,
Supermarkets have charging points.
Lidl do.
Yeah.
You see what Kieran put me on?
Yeah, tinfoil hat time.
Yeah, tinfoil hat time. What's that film called? It's Signs, isn't it? Where they put tinfoil in their head.
Stuart wants to know, Mark, are you wearing a
toupee?
What's that, buddy?
Stuart says, are you wearing a toupee?
Well, no. Someone called me Penfold the other day as well, so I look like Penfold.
No, I said Vic does. Vic looks more like Penfold.
No,
not in a nasty way. Not in a nasty way.
It's grey, but it's all my own.
I went for a haircut yesterday. Sat there, and my hair's gone. It's going grey. I'm nearly white.
Oh, welcome to my world. Don't worry about it.
Ian only looks about 28,
I know what it is. I took the dogs for a walk, and I wear like this, like deerstalkery sort of hat, and that's what it is. That's probably why it looks like a toupee.
UK Vape says he's getting his Sinclair C5 out.
Bloody hell! I used to have one of them.
You had one. They're going to be worth money in time, aren't they?
Yeah, they're worth a fortune now. So right, we'll wrap it up then, guys. It's getting on to 25 past. Ian's mum will be shouting him for his bedtime soon.
It won't be long. It won't be long.
Exactly. So we'll go around first. JP, do you want to say goodbyes?
Right, it's nice to have you all on again. It's nice to see you, Mark. It's nice to see everyone in chat. So I'd say we're getting quite a few regulars coming in nowadays. I mean, we're still getting a few of the bigger reviewers. And and we'll see you soon for the next episode. And bye for now. And I'll pass it on to Ian.
Yep. Okay, lovely. Thanks, James. I'll try and croak this out. Thank you all very much for joining us in chat. Mark, thank you very much for coming on as a guest. We very much appreciate it. And thank you all. You've been great. And thank you to all the panel as always. And I'll pass it around to Danny.
Cheers, Ian. Thanks to everybody in chat. It's been really good to see that we've had nearly, I think about 40 at one point, weren't it, Mark?
Chat. Yeah.
All the big reviewers in, like ABC, Flat Cat, Pud Puffs, MF8, one of my favourite reviewers, and plenty more. Emma Douglas as well. Been great to see you all in chat. It's been an honour to have Mark from Nature Vape on. You can check out Nature Vape on Google and other social media formats, and his YouTube channel as well. So thank you to Benny, JP, Ian, and Mark. It's been a great show, and I'll hand that over to Mark.
Thank you very much. Yeah, no, thanks for everyone inviting me on. It's been a refreshing change. I haven't had to look at chat. And if anyone watches my Tuesday night show, I'm always miles behind. It's just like an ongoing joke so it's been quite nice tonight. I've took the odd comment, but it's just been nice not to have to look and just be me and have a chat. So no, it's been a refreshing change, and thanks for inviting me. It's been a pleasure.
No problems.
Cheers, Mark.
So thank you everybody in chat for being on. It's been lovely. I know we were late, but you were all there in chat, and it's nice to see reviewers coming in. And we're getting some regulars coming in as well, which is fantastic. We are the only time we're on a 12 episode. And it's really good that you're all coming in and joining us on a Sunday night. Mark does a show on a Tuesday at 8:30 on Nature Vapes with him and Jay, if you want to go check him out. So thank you very much, Matt, for coming on. Been a real pleasure. I know it was a bit of a struggle for you to get on, but we sorted it out and it's been good. Been a great show, as always. JP, James, thank you for being on. Danny, thank you for being on with me as co-host. And Ian, always a pleasure, guys. So we'll see you next Sunday, round about 9:15 ish, depending on if everything goes well. And we'll see you on the next one. So bye for now.
Bye.
Hairy fairy. Wow.